What's up, y'all? It's your girl Ashley Charnay, and I am back again with another video. I know what y'all thinking, bitch, we ain't seen you in years and months and days and hours. Y'all ain't seen me in a long time, y'all, and I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I ain't really had, you know, the brain energy. I ain't had, you know, I just kind of been like out of tune with my channel lately. I haven't really been taking it too serious. I've been having a whole bunch of stuff going on, but I know y'all don't really give a shit about all of that. Y'all came here for the title, the story time, the time that I dated a celebrity. Now, before I finish with the rest of the story, please make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button so you guys can so that you guys can become a part of the A gang over here. Hit that subscribe button. I'm a little sick. You know, mind your girl, I got my water over here, so if I start taking sips of water, yeah, I'm just a thirsty bitch and I'm sick and I'm trying to get it together. All right, okay, so let's just get right into the story. So this story happened like a while back, like maybe in like I want to say it happened in like 2013, 2014. Now I'm gonna be giving you guys details, but I'm gonna be kind of switching the details up a little bit, so that you guys can figure out who I'm talking about. Obviously, I'm not allowed to say who it is. I mean, I can. It's not that I'm not allowed to say who it is, but I just would rather not say who it is, because this person is now in a relationship and they're happy, as far as I know. I mean, I don't really, yeah, whatever. So basically the story happened in about maybe between like 2013, I want to say 2012, 2013. Now, as you guys know, I've had an on again off again boyfriend. Well, I used to have an on again off again boyfriend for about 5 years, and so during this time my boyfriend and I, we were kind of like on our off stage, so we were kind of like dating around, you know, stuff like that, talking to other people. So I had a crush on this one particular celebrity for like a very long time, like maybe since like 2007, 2008. Like, he was kind of like new on the scene or whatever, and I just had like a really big crush on him. Like, he was so bomb, like, you know, whatever. So out of the blue one day, I get hit up on Instagram and I get a DM, and this is from the guy. Now, I had followed him maybe in about 2008, which is when he was kind of like popping or whatever, and he ended up following me back maybe about like a year or so later. So he would kind of like some of our pictures back and forth, and you know, I thought I was somebody, because I'm like, oh my god, like, he's a celebrity, he's like, you make pictures, da da da, or whatever. And so yeah, so that was that. So he ended up hitting me up in my DMs one day, and he's like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, you know, trying to play it cool, like, oh my god, like, I'm somebody, like, da da da, hit me up, blah blah blah. For the purposes of this video, I'm just gonna call him, damn, what I'm gonna call him? I'm gonna call him Bob, okay? Because that's just like a real, it's a name. Y'all ain't gonna be able to get his name off of that name or whatever. So his name is Bob or whatever. So I was like, oh my god, like, Bob hit me up. Like, at this time I had texted my best friend. I'm like, bitch, like, you don't even know like who just hit me up in my DMs right now. Like, I think I'm popping, like, what's good or whatever. So I ended up telling her like, oh yeah, blah blah, like, he hit me up or whatever. So she's like, hold on, y'all, sorry. So she's like, oh my god, bitch, like, are you gonna hit him back, like, da da da? So I'm like, yeah, I'm hitting him back, like, duh. But I was trying to play it cool, you know. I didn't want him to know that I was all extra thirsty or whatever, so I kind of just, you know, I was playing it off. So I waited about like maybe like 20 minutes until I hit him back, and I was like, oh hey, what's up? I'm like, is this really blah blah blah? Now, I knew that that was his page, but I was real skeptical, because I'm like, why is he hitting me up? Like, this is so random. Like, we followed each other like some years ago, and now all of a sudden, like, you're just randomly hitting me up. So he was like, oh yeah, it's me or whatever. He was just like, text me. So he sent me his number in the DM, and then I texted him. So he's like, oh, he was like, are you from California? And I'm like, yeah, I'm from California. And I was still living with my mom, and my mom, if anybody knows Shantae, that motherfucker, she was very strict, okay? Like I couldn't even now, like I'm 25 years old and I still live in her house and she still be trying to tell me stuff. But
eat dinner with us?
Mom, I'm recording a video.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, we finna eat.
Really, nigga?
See, this is why I need to get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so so yeah, if y'all know my mom, y'all know she's super strict even to this day. You know, even when I was like 18, 19, she's like, where you going? What time you coming back? I don't want you coming to my house at time or whatever. So I chose not to tell my mom that this particular celebrity hit me up or whatever. So I'm like, I'm just gonna keep this one to myself. I'm gonna keep this between me and my best friend or whatever. So he's like, oh yeah, do you live in LA? And I'm like, yeah, I live out here, whatever. I was like, I still live at home with my mom. He was like, are you mobile? Now, I was mobile at this time, okay? My mobile was a little dusty. It was a little crusty. It was a bucket, okay? I had a bucket. I think at this time, because I've had several buckets in my lifetime, I think at this time I had a Honda, and this was like a 1999 Honda, and a Honda Accord. I believe I had just crashed my other car, so my dad kind of gave me this car to hold me over until I was able to get another car. Now, the way that this car was set up, it was real dusty, okay? When I say dusty, I mean dusty. Like, it was so dusty to where sometimes it would just cut off in the middle. You driving, like at a red light, it would cut off. Then I couldn't go nowhere. Like, I had to sit there and then wait till the car cooled down, pop the hood, try to figure out what's going on with the car. Like, I was a mechanic. Like, I know. Well, anyway, that's besides the point. I had this raggedy, dusty car or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, I'm mobile, whatever. So he was like, all right. He was like, you know, I just kind of want to get to know you or whatever. He was like, I just think you're really cute. Like, and I know you've been following me for a long time. And, you know, I followed you back because I thought you were cute or whatever. He was like, and I checked your page out and you're like, you know, like, you're real cute. He was like, are you still in a relationship? Because mind you, I still have pictures of my boyfriend on my page because we were on again, off again, and I just kind of like never took the pictures off or whatever. So I'm like, oh, like, yeah, whatever, like, I'm single, like, who is that, like, who's that, whatever. So I believe I think we got to know each other. We were texting back and forth for about maybe like 2 weeks or so, and he was kind of like, I wouldn't say like a bad texter, but it's just like he didn't respond back quick enough for me. But I mean, obviously that's because he's super busy. He does his music, he's in the studio all the time, blah blah blah. So all of that's out the way. We got to know each other. I started to feel a little bit more comfortable with him. So now he's telling me, he's like, oh, I believe it was like a Friday night, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe my parents had like left. They went somewhere. I'm not too sure where it was that they went, but they weren't at home. And my mom, I believe she left her car. So he's like, yeah, I want you to meet me at the studio, blah, 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 whatever. So I'm like, all right, bet. Like, I'm about to drive my mom's car to the studio. Like, I'm not about to drive no bucket. Like, he gonna think I'm real popping. Ooh, hold on, I'm sick. Like, I'm sick. Like, the stuff is trying to get away from me, girl. But anyway, so I was like, yeah, like, I'm about to drive my mom's car. Like, my mom had a Lexus truck at this time. I'm like, I'm about to drive down. He about to think I'm real popping because I got this Lexus. Like, real, like, flexing, like, for no reason. Like, sis, chill. He's gonna eventually find out that you got this bum ass, broke down ass car or whatever. So anywho, I called my best friend. I'm like, all right, I'm going to the studio with Bob or whatever, so, you know, just in case, like, if my mom asks, like, you know, have you seen Ashley? I'm at your house. I drove the car to your house. That's it. That's all. So she's like, all right, cool, whatever. Get to the studio. Now, the studio that I was at, I'm not gonna say where the studio was, but it was about maybe 30 to 35 minutes away from me, so it was a little bit of ways away. So I get to the studio, and in order to get into the studio, they have locked gates, so I have to let them know, basically, I'm here for blah blah blah, can you put me through, blah blah blah. They're like, all right, they put me through. I call him, I let him know that I'm outside because there's a gate to where you have to actually get into like the ground to actually park in front of the studio, and then there's also like a door to where you have to have access in order to actually get into the studio. A bunch of bullshit that I ain't had time for, but I was like, whatever, I'm here to meet Bob, like, come get me. So I call him, I'm like, I'm outside, like come get me or whatever. So he comes outside, he comes gets me, and when I get into the studio, there are like a couple of rooms that you have to get to in order to get to whatever room that he was in. So I'm walking through the studio, I see another celebrity there. Bitch, starstruck as fuck, okay? Starstruck as fuck. I can't tell y'all who it was. He's big. He ain't no D-list celebrity. It's D-list celebrity. He's way bigger than Bob. Like, he popping. I was starstruck, but I was trying to act, you know, all cool and stuff. Like, I've been here before. Like, whatever. So so I get into the studio or whatever, and then when I get there, there's like maybe 3 girls there. It was like one girl, she was slumped over. It looked like she was drunk or high or whatever it was. She was kind of like slumped over on a couch. It was about maybe 2 of his friends talking to the other 2 girls, and I'm just like, y'all look real stupid. Like, y'all got your friend over here looking crazy. Like, take sis home. Like, take her home. So anywho, me and him, we kind of went like to the other side of the studio. It was just kind of like real private and real quiet or whatever. So, you know, they're making their beats and they're making their songs or whatever. And so they're making their songs or whatever, and then he kind of like came over to me. Now I was sitting on the couch, and I'm on this side of the room, everybody else is on this side of the room, right? So I don't know what the hell happened over there in their corner, but the drunk friend, whoever she was, she woke up and she spazzed out on everybody. I don't know what she was mad about. I don't know who did whatever to her. I don't know what the situation was, but there was a situation. The 2 dudes, it looked like they was about to get into it. The girls, they was getting into it with each other. I was letting him know, like, look, I ain't with none of the shits, okay? We can go. Like, I don't have to be here at the studio. Like, this is some ghetto shit. Like, ooh. The ghetto, honey, the ghetto. So anywho, they ended up leaving, so it's just me and him in the studio, you know, like we vibing out, we talking or whatever. And then I look up, and then the celebrity, the big A-list celebrity, he comes in and he lets him know, like, oh, you know, like I'm about to leave or whatever. Mind you, at this time it's like maybe like I want to say like maybe 1 o'clock. So I'm fast as fuck at the studio with this nigga. Don't really know him like that. I just know he got money, he a celebrity or whatever the case is. So that was that. He leaves like maybe like 30 minutes after that. Him and I, we left. Boom. That was our first encounter, like in person together. So the next encounter, it was like, I believe it was like maybe 2 to 3 weeks after that. So we kept in touch. He was kind of like touring around. I believe he toured around. He was touring. I think he toured like all that next week. So I didn't really talk to him like that. So then the week after that, that's when we kind of like picked up where we left off at. And still, my boyfriend and I, we weren't really, you know, seeing eye to eye. We was just kind of like whatever on each other. And so Bob, he hits me up and he's like, oh yeah, he was like, I want to take you out tonight. So I'm like, okay, like, I'm ready to go out. Like, this fuck I've been waiting for. I want some celebrity treatment. I want you to take me, you know, to Ruth's Chris. I want you to wine and dine me. I want some diamonds. I want some pearls. I want a purse. I want a bag. I want a puppy. I want a, oh no, I'm just kidding. Like, so yeah, so I'm like, all right, yeah, like I'm down, like let's go out or whatever. So I get to his house or whatever. No, I had to lie to my mom again. I had to let her know that my car wasn't started. I was about to go out with my friends. We about to go to a party because, like I said, I wasn't about to tell her I was with some nigga that she don't know, you know, going out with him just because he's a celebrity. My mom, she wasn't about to have none of that. So I ended up telling my mom that I was going somewhere with we was going to a party, and I needed to use her car. So she let me use her car or whatever. So I get to his house. Now his house is about an hour away, okay? Keep that in mind. The house is an hour away, okay? Okay, so I get to the house. Again, there was a situation where there's a guard at the gate. I had to let them know I was here for blah blah blah, blah blah blah. I was here for Bob. Let me in. So I get through the neighborhood. It's a really nice neighborhood, big ass, nice ass houses. Like, I'm over here like, yeah, like I could do this. Like, I'm about to be living here with my man and my kids or whatever. No, I'm just kidding. So I get there or whatever. I get to his house. I let him know, hey, I'm outside. There was about maybe like 4 or 5 cars in the driveway. I don't know who those cars belonged to. I know they all wasn't his, because like I said, he was big, but he wasn't that big, and he ain't that big right now. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. So I let him know like, hey, I'm here. So he's like, all right, I'm about to come outside and get you right now. Comes outside to get me. So as soon as we walk in the house, like, it literally felt like, maybe it was just like a big ass poof of smoke that just like left the door. Like, the whole house was literally like lit the fuck up. Like, lit the fuck up. Like, I don't know how many people was there. It had to be a lot of motherfuckers in order for it to be that much goddamn smoke. Like, weed everywhere, bitches laid out. Like, it literally looked like a scene from a fucking movie. So I'm looking at him like, what the fuck? Like, is this how you do? Like, this how you live? Like, this your shits? Like, what's poppin'? So he's like, oh no. He's like, these my friends. Like, you know, they always into some shit. They always at my house doing the most or whatever. So I'm like, well, you need to get this under control, because when I'm your wife or whatever, when we get married and we have our kids, like, that's can't be happening, you know? Like, I'm over here planning our future and stuff, and then you got these niggas out here smoking and all that other stuff. Like, I'm not with the shits. Like, my kids is not about to be coming home to all of that. So y'all need to get it together. Y'all need to get up out of my house right now. Okay, bring it back. that's literally how I was thinking. So we get up to his room or whatever, and when we get to his room, like, he has like a dress laid out for me, he has shoes laid out for me. Mind you, I already had my little shindig on. Like, I had me a cute little, I think I got that dress from Forever 21. I think I did. It was like a it was a red dress, and then it had it was like an opening right here, but it was covered with like mesh, like a nude mesh. And then I think I had on like some red shoes or something like that. I don't know. I know I was cute. I know I was cute because I was mad skinny back then, mad small, mad snatched with a big butt, you know what I mean? But so yeah, so he had like this really cute, I think it was like a, was it black or was it blue? I don't know if it was black or if it was blue. I don't remember. It was a black dress, long sleeves, and I think that it had like a cross, like strings right here. So, but it was like kind of open, but it had the strings kind of like hold it together to where you can like tighten it or whatever the case is. So he's like, oh yeah, he was like, I had got you, you know, an outfit for you to wear. So I'm like, okay, like, whatever. So I changed it to my outfit, and we're on the road. Like, so we get in his car. We get in his car, we leave, we go to the restaurant. We went to this really nice restaurant in Beverly Hills. Like I said, I'm not gonna say the name. So yeah, we get to the restaurant in Beverly Hills. We valet park. Now, the way that it was set, the way that you, okay, when you first go in, no, when you first pull up to the restaurant, you have to valet your car in the front. They take your car to wherever it is that you go. Then you have to walk around the back in order to get into the actual restaurant. I don't know, some weird shit. We have to walk into like the actual back to get into the restaurant. So we go into the back, we get into the restaurant, but it's kind of hard for me to explain. Okay, so we pull up, we valet the car, we walk around the back, and then there's like windows to like other streets, if that makes sense, but you're not able to actually valet. It's hard for me to explain, but if y'all kind of get where I'm going with this, there's basically windows out to other streets, but we weren't able to actually pull up to where the windows is facing, if that makes sense. So we got a table all the way in the back. Now, it didn't really ring a bell to me at first as to why we actually had to go all the way to the back. So I was just like, whatever. Like, I was in La La Land. Like, I was in love. I was planning my wedding. I was trying to name my children. Like, this was, you know, I wasn't worried about why we were sitting in the back. I just knew I was there with the love of my life. So while we're at the restaurant, he puts his phone, no, he was on his phone, then he ends up putting his phone on the table, but he puts his phone face down. So he had his phone on vibrate. So we're talking, we're vibing, you know, he's asking me like, oh, like, what do you want to go to school for? Like, how long is it going to take you? What do you want to do after this? Blah, blah, blah. And at this time, I hadn't got into hair school yet. I wasn't there yet. Was I there yet? Yes, I was. I was in hair school. But I wasn't, I believe at this time I was thinking about quitting hair school and then going to school for something completely different. I think I just spit, but whatever. So, as I'm talking and as we're having these conversations, somebody's blowing his phone up, right? So, mind you, I'm sitting, my back is sitting towards the window. Now, there's us here, there's a table behind us, and then there's the window. So, there was a group of people sitting behind, not a group, but there was a couple people sitting behind us, and then there was the window. So, as he's looking at his phone, like he keeps picking at his phone, like his phone is sitting down on the table like this. He kind of like keeps picking it up and going like this, right? So I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm just like, okay, like, you know, maybe it's somebody he just don't want to talk. Maybe it's his manager. He don't feel like talking to his manager. I don't know. So his phone stops ringing. We're still having this little real intimate conversation, like we like this close to each other, you know, we talking about our dreams and our goals, and he like, yeah, you know, I'm really feeling you or whatever, and I'm like, I've been feeling you, you know what I'm saying, I just didn't want to tell you because I ain't really desperate. So his phone stops ringing. So as we're this close having this conversation, I keep catching his eye look on the side of me. Now it looks like he's looking at me, but he's really looking past me. So he's looking right here, I'm here, why are you looking over there? So as he keeps looking over my shoulder, his eyes are getting wider and wider. So I kind of like, I was about to look and turn my head, but all of a sudden he kind of like turned me around and he gave me a kiss, right? So I'm like, bitch, like I'm in love. Like his lips was real soft and smooth, and I just felt like, you know, he was just like, shut up, bitch, stop talking, give me a kiss, right? Mind you, that's not why he wanted me to stop talking, just so he can give me a kiss. So after he gives me this real long, passionate, nice kiss or whatever, I'm over here in La La Land. This nigga says, I'll be right back, I'm about to go to the bathroom. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So our food finally gets there, and then it's like maybe, I want to say like maybe 2-3 minutes pass, and then I just kind of like get on my phone. I'm texting my best friend, I'm filling her in. I'm like, oh yeah, this is that and the third is going on. I text my mom, I'm like, yeah mom, like I'm having fun at the party, blah blah blah. So I'm not noticing that all of this time is passing by. So when I look up, it's about maybe 10 minutes past that this nigga done left and went to the bathroom, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give him like maybe 2-3 more minutes. Like maybe it's a little rumble in the jungle going on. Like maybe I got him excited. Like it wasn't registering to me, right? So maybe like 5 more minutes pass. After the 5 minutes pass, the waiter comes and he brings a check. And he says, would you like for me to box that for you? Now, your waiter is never gonna tell you, can I box that for you? Before, actually, you know what, sometimes they do, but at this time I'm thinking like, why is he asking me to box my food? Like my nigga's not even back and you haven't given us a check. Like it wasn't registering to me, right? He brought the check and he's like, so would you like for me to box that for you? I'm like, no. I'm like, did you see the guy that I was here with? And he's like, yeah, he paid for the bill. He was like, he left a while ago. I'm like, he left a while ago? Like, he left me? Like, he left me a while ago? Like, he left here? Like, the dude that I was with, he left a while ago? He's like, yeah, he left a while ago. Like, I thought you were aware he paid the bill and he left a while ago. So I'm like, he left a while ago. I'm like, oh no, the fuck this motherfucker didn't. So I'm blowing his phone the fuck up. I'm texting him. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how dare you? Like, I'm thinking I got set up. I'm thinking I did something wrong. I'm like, damn, did a bitch breath stink? Like, am I having a bad day? Like, do I got a bad tooth in my mouth? Like, I was so confused as to why he left me after he just we was here with it, and he gave me this long passionate kiss like he wanted to marry me and give me all 5 of his kids. Like, I was so confused. Like, I was so hurt. I was so hurt. I was so hurt. I was so confused. So I'm texting my best friend. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm about to do. Like, yes, he paid for the bill. Where the fuck, how the fuck am I gonna go back to get my car? Because like I said, I left my car at my mom's car. My mom's car. I left Shantae's car at this nigga house. My mama don't know that I'm out with some niggas. She think I'm at a party. What the fuck? Texting my best friend. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what should I do? So she's like, oh my gosh. She was like, do you want me to come get you? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, yeah, come get me. So she comes, gets me. It takes her about an hour to get there, because if you live in LA, you know, on the weekend, it takes you about an hour each way to get somewhere. So it took her about an hour to get to me. So his house was about maybe like 20 minutes away from the actual restaurant. So I had to figure out how I was actually gonna get Buzz into the gate if he wasn't there. I don't know. I didn't know if he had went back to the house. I didn't know if you know, somebody was at his house still, all his little weed head ass friends. I didn't know what the situation was. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, we gotta take a chance. I gotta get my mama car back. Like, there's no way that I'm gonna be able to just not, I can't leave her car there. So we get to the house. I'm still blowing him up. He's not hitting me back. He's not texting me back. He's not reading none of my messages. All of my calls are going straight to voicemail. I was so confused. Like, I was so confused. I'm not crying, y'all. I just try to make sure I ain't got nothing going on with my nose. So yeah, so we get to the gate, we get to his house, we get to the gate, and I'm asking security. I'm like, okay, can I get in? Because I just need to get my car. Like, I'm not even trying to go back in to see Bob. Like, I was just here not too long ago, and the guy was like, you know what, we don't usually do this. Like, if, you know, you're not here to see anybody, we don't let you in. I was like, yeah, but I left with him. My car is still in there. Like, I need to get in to get my car, and I will leave. And he was like, well, I'll just have to take you to your car. So we get in a little golf cart or whatever. I get my car, me and my best friend, we get home. I'm still not hearing nothing from this nigga. Like, how dare you leave me at a restaurant without a car, without my original clothes that I left here with? So how the fuck I'm gonna explain this to my mama that I'm coming up in here with some clothes that I ain't leave her house in? We know Shantae is strict, okay? She gonna ask questions. She knows. So I was like, you know what? I don't have time to try to go into this man's house to raise hell, because like I said, I don't know if he's there. I don't know if his friends are there. I don't know any of those people that were in the house anyway. So it's not like I was going to feel comfortable going in there. So I was like, you know what? I just want to get my car and just want to fucking leave. My best friend and I, we leave. We get to the house. Luckily, my mom was asleep. She didn't ask me no questions about what happened the night before, about where my clothes was, because she didn't know, because her ass was asleep. So I was like, whatever, don't ask, don't tell. I ain't telling her none of this stuff. Obviously, I told my mom when I got a little bit older. So basically, what happened... Originally, what happened that night was, because I eventually got into contact with him about maybe a week later, this nigga had the nerve to hit me up and he called me, okay? Mind you, me and my nigga were back together at this point. I'm like, luckily, got my man back. We was back together. Sorry, y'all. And so he called me, and I believe I was at my boyfriend's house at the time. I was at his house, and so I kind of stepped outside, and I'm like, you got your motherfucking nerves hitting me up. Like, I sure did go off on his ass, because I'm like, you got your nerve hitting me up after you left me high and dry at a restaurant. I was all hot and ready waiting for you, after you just kissed me, gave me the best kiss my whole entire life, even though I got a man right now, and you just gonna leave me like that with no explanation. I ain't talked to you in a week. You got your nerve. You got your motherfucking nerve. So he was like, you know what, I can explain. He was like, my ex-girlfriend, she popped up at the restaurant, which it all makes sense now. Somebody's blowing your phone up, non-stop while you're on a date. Then all of a sudden you're looking past me. You can't even look me in my face. You're looking past me, and then all of a sudden you gotta go to the bathroom and you leave me sitting there at the table. What type of shit is that? Like, it was literally like some shit out of a movie. Like, I was so confused. I didn't know what the hell, how the hell, why the hell. I didn't know. But he basically explained that to me. It was a situation where his ex-girlfriend, she popped up. He didn't want her to cause this big old scene, so he left with her, and he just left me there. He didn't say nothing to me because all this stuff happened that whole night. It was just a bunch of big old lying bullshit ass stuff that he gave me, talking about, oh, I really care about you. I just didn't want her to do anything to you. I'm like, first of all, okay, I may be from Cerritos, okay, and I might be a little, you know, medium ghetto or whatever it is that you want to call it, but your girl ain't about to let nobody disrespect her. I don't give a fuck who it is. Okay? Okay. So, yeah, he basically just gave me this bullshit, bogus ass excuse. Then, get this, about maybe like, I want to say like maybe like 6 months later, this same nigga was in the vlogs with the same girl, claiming that she was pregnant by him, and he didn't know if he was the baby daddy or not. How do you figure? Then maybe a month after that, he's in the vlogs again with a whole new bitch. Like, where do they do that at, sir? Where? So yeah, y'all, that's basically what happened the time I dated a celebrity, if you even want to call him that. You know, he still hits me up to this day. He'll tell me like happy birthday, or you know, I'll tell him happy birthday, but I'm not trying to be on no friendly stuff with him. Like, I don't trust you, you did some bogus ass shit, and that was that. So yeah, guys, that was the time that I dated a celebrity. If you guys like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. I have a million other stories for you guys. I don't specifically have any more pertaining to celebrities per se. Maybe I do. I don't know. I gotta kind of like look in my vault to see like what I got. I think maybe I have like one other celebrity story time. But yeah, so if you guys really like these story times, please make sure that you guys just give this video a big thumbs up. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time that I post a video. I promise to be a lot more consistent this year, you guys. I do still have like a lot of shit going on. I'm not gonna lie. Starting my cosmetic line, which is Diamond Gold Cosmetics. So please make sure that you guys follow me on Instagram for my business page. Also my personal page. I will leave all of that stuff in the description box below. If you guys are interested about my hair, I have in 2 different companies right now. I have in KendrasBoutique, and I also have in Bronze Hair Extensions. I will leave both of the links in the description box below. I have in 4 bundles total of 28 inches. And if you guys like this makeup look as well, you can't really see my eyes that much because my lashes are fucking insane. But if you guys like this makeup look, or if you guys just want me to do any makeup looks or any videos that you bitches want to see, let a bitch know in the comment section below, and I will deliver it for you. Okay, thank you so much for stopping by. I love all you bitches, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.